All right, so are you ready to really kind of flip the script on how we think about good versus evil?
Sounds intriguing.
We're diving into Common Kingdoms,
Okay.
which is this collection of short stories where humans and demons, they have to team up, not because they want to, but because there's something way scarier out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so it's more about like survival than
Exactly. It's
survival.
like forget your old grudges when you've got this giant monster about to eat everyone.
Right.
And the author Ehab Bakr, he doesn't present demons as totally evil.
Hmm.
It's more like he uses these fantasy stories
Yeah.
to look at how conflict and cooperation go back and forth and whether peace can actually last even between beings that are totally different.
That's fascinating. That's a really unique approach
Yeah.
to the whole good versus evil thing.
It is, yeah. And a great example of that is the story of Anya and David.
Okay.
They're a demon and a human who fall in love. Kind of a Romeo and Juliet situation, but with a fantasy twist.
In love.
Yeah, but it's super sad because David ends up sacrificing himself to save Anya, and it makes you wonder if their love was kind of doomed from the start.
Oh, wow. That's heartbreaking. It kind of sets the stage for this whole cycle of conflict and cooperation that you mentioned, doesn't it?
Totally. And David's death isn't just this sad event, it's a turning point for Anya. It's what shapes her into the powerful ruler she becomes.
So his sacrifice, in a way, fuels the whole conflict.
Yeah, it kind of sets everything in motion. But then as Anya becomes this leader, we meet Asmodeus.
Okay.
He's this power-hungry demon who forces her to turn to humans for help.
Oh, interesting. So it's like the tables have turned.
Right, and it makes you think, can peace ever really happen when you've got someone like Asmodeus always wanting more power?
It really makes you question the nature of power, right?
Absolutely. And then Anya ends up sacrificing herself, too, to
Right.
protect both the human and demon worlds. It's like this echo of what David did.
Wow, those parallels are striking.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, are they stuck in this endless cycle of destruction and rebirth?
It's a pretty bleak thought, but Baker does weave in this theme of hope and rebirth. Even when things are really dark, there's always this glimmer of possibility.
Like when Anya comes back as a spirit
Oh, wow.
and ends up bringing peace to both worlds with the help of Sarah, this human healer.
So it's not just about destruction, there's also this element of healing and restoration.
Exactly. But then Becker throws in another twist.
What's that?
These monstrous beings that threaten both humans and demons.
Oh, no. What are they like?
They're described as these huge, terrifying creatures that just want to destroy everything.
No, it's not a simple good versus evil situation anymore.
No, it's like these beings are beyond good and evil. It forces everyone to put aside their differences and work together.
Because the alternative is annihilation.
Yeah, exactly. And out of this whole fight for survival, we get new heroes like Maria, who is Anya's descendant.
So this legacy of leadership continues.
Yeah. But then, just when you think you've got a handle on things, aliens show up.
Aliens. Like out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And they're super advanced, ready to colonize Earth. It's kind of terrifying how Baker describes their ruthlessness, how they just enslave humans.
So this is like a whole new level of threat. They're not just powerful, they're also incredibly intelligent.
Right, and it forces the humans and demons to think differently.
They have to come up with completely new strategies.
Exactly. And that's where we meet Kira,
Who's that?
this really clever human who figures out the aliens have a weakness, their eggs.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a reminder that every being, no matter how small or insignificant, can have a strength that's crucial in the right situation.
Right, like everyone has a role to play.
And this all sets up this final showdown,
Okay.
this desperate fight for survival against a technologically superior force.
This is getting intense.
It is. And that's where we'll pick up in part 2 of our deep dive. We'll explore the climax of this epic struggle and see what happens to Earth and everyone on it. Okay, so last time we were talking about Kira's plan.
Right, to attack the alien homeworld.
Yeah, going right to their base. It's risky.
Super risky, yeah.
Yeah.
But it also kind of shows how she thinks long-term, like Anya and Maria.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Not just reacting, but thinking about how to make sure humans and demons can survive.
But it's almost suicide, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're outnumbered, outgunned. How far is too far to protect your world?
That's the question, isn't it? The whole collection keeps asking about sacrifice. Hard choices.
And it's not just humans fighting anymore. The demons are right there with them.
That's a big deal. Imagine your enemies become allies because the threat is that bad.
So do they win? Does Earth survive this alien invasion?
The battle is brutal, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Baker doesn't sugarcoat it. Lots of losses. But Kiera and her team, They use strategy and maybe some luck too. They damage the alien defenses pretty badly.
They really win.
They do. It's a victory, but a costly one. The aliens have to retreat, give up on taking Earth.
It's crazy how Becker can write these huge battles, but also make you feel for the characters.
Exactly. It's not just action. It's about what makes them fight, what they hope for.
So, peace at last. After all that,
Well, humans and demons start rebuilding, putting the past behind them. But Booker leaves it open. Is this peace going to last? Or is another conflict coming?
because it's always been cycles, right? Conflict, then a little peace, then more conflict.
He makes you think about what real peace means. Not just between humans and demons, but within ourselves too.
So all this demons, aliens, it's wild. But what does it mean for us? Reading these stories, what can we take away?
Good question. The book makes us think about our own prejudices. If demons and humans can work together, what about us? With the real problems we face.
It's like he's saying, look at the monsters inside yourself, the fear, the hate. Maybe we can beat those too and build something better.
That's powerful. But to really get it, we need to look at the symbolism Booker uses.
Okay, symbolism. Sometimes I'm not so good at that.
Don't worry, we'll break it down together. It's really interesting stuff.
All right, let's do it. Show me the symbols. Okay,
Yeah.
so symbols, right? What kind of stuff did Becker hide in these stories?
Well, let's start with the Demon Kingdom itself.
Right.
At first, it's this dark, scary place.
Yeah, totally fits what we think demons are all about.
Right. But as the stories go on, it changes.
Really? How so?
It becomes more about, resilience and working together.
Oh, because the humans and demons have to team up.
Exactly. It's like our own views change as we get to know the characters better.
So the demon kingdom reflects that, kind of.
Yeah, it challenges us not to judge by appearances. Don't assume demons are all bad just because they live in a scary place.
And Anya, she's a great example of that, right? Starts out as this powerful demon ruler, then falls for a human, sacrifices herself.
And comes back as a spirit to guide everyone toward peace.
She's like the bridge between the two worlds.
Exactly. She shows that even opposites can find common ground.
And her coming back as a spirit, that's going to mean something too, right?
Oh, definitely. It hints at this idea of life and death being a cycle. Maybe transformation goes beyond just our physical bodies.
Makes you think there's more to it than we realize.
Right. And Sarah, the human healer, she's important too.
Oh, yeah. She helps bring peace to the demon kingdom.
She represents compassion, understanding, things that are kind of missing when there's so much fear and fighting.
Like she sees past the demon part and just wants to help.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter to her if someone's human or demon. Suffering is suffering.
It reminds me of those monstrous beings, the ones that attack everyone.
The ones that just want to destroy everything.
Yeah. What do you think they represent?
Good question. Maybe they're like the chaos that happens when people forget about compassion, about unity.
Oh, I like that. And by working together, the humans and demons are kind of fighting those impulses within themselves, too.
Right. It becomes this fight for survival on multiple levels, both outside and inside themselves.
And then the aliens show up. They're a whole different kind of bad guy, right?
Totally. They're cold, all about logic and getting what they need. Almost like a warning about technology.
What do you?
Well, they don't care about individuals, just progress. It's like, what if our own tech gets too advanced and we lose our humanity?
Ooh, that's a scary thought.
Yeah, it makes you think about the cost of progress.
But even with all these threats, Baker's stories say something really important, don't they?
Absolutely. It's about unity, working together, not giving up hope, even when things are really bad.
If demons and humans can do it, maybe we can too, right?
Right. It's a call for understanding, for remembering we're all connected in some way.
Common kingdoms, what a collection. It really makes you think.
It does. It challenges you, but it also leaves you feeling hopeful.
If anyone's looking for a book that'll make them question things and see the world in new ways, this is it.
Couldn't agree more. It's been a great deep dive.
It has. And to all our listeners, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and we'll see you on our next deep dive.
You can download the book for free from our website.